Man, what is up, Cowboys Nation? Your boy Mike Tag here. Merry Christmas. Wasn't sure who's going to be here, but it's Christmas Day. Relaxing a little bit. As you guys know, I've been out on a cruise, so kind of been separated from what's been going on, right? Didn't really spend a lot of time on the internet. Enjoyed a little R&R. Obviously, watched McCain's, get things done. Gonna have a whole show about that next week, but just wanted to check in with everyone, man. Just make sure you guys know I am okay, and also to wish you guys a Merry Christmas. And if you are hanging out in the cave, man, I do appreciate it. Always love, getting some interaction. This will be more of an interactive show because you guys probably know more about what's going on lately with our Cowboys than I do. We got our Christmas Day game. It was highly anticipated when the season started. Didn't really work out well for the Commanders. Didn't really work out well for the Cowboys. So now you're kind of going to the game, and now Overshown's not playing. I saw Guyton's not. Obviously, they put him on IR. His season's over. You're gonna be curious to see how the Cowboys and the Commanders. Mariota doesn't look like he's playing from what I read. He may not be playing. So then you got Josh Johnson. You got their third string quarterback going in. So I'm one of these guys. I play to win. I know a lot of you guys are happy with, losing and get a draft pick. It'll help you. But I just think psyche plays a big role. And if I'm going out to play, I'm going out to play to win. If I'm watching the Cowboys, I want to watch them win. I'm not here to see them lose, even if they got no wins all year. I want to see them win one. So definitely rooting for the Cowboys for a couple reasons. I did take the over. So this game is very critical for that, for gambling purposes. Take all the money aside. But like I said, I don't like the Commanders. Historically, our biggest rival. They would love to stick it to us. We would love to stick it to them. So that's what I'm thinking about. So the game is in Washington. So I'm not going to the game. And definitely Merry Christmas to all you guys that are chiming in the chat. I know it's Christmas. You should be spending time with your family. I was going to do a pre-recorded video, but I'm like, you know what? If I'm going to record something, I always just do it live. And that way, if there's some interaction, there's great. If not, then you guys will be watching this after opening the presents and spending time and all that. And I tell you, this is kind of my first Christmas. Both kids are grown. Daughter's in college. Son's started a small business. And so Christmas was really, really kind of weird. We didn't get up till like 9 o'clock. We had a great Christmas Eve with the family at my brother's house, but just wasn't that 6 o'clock when the kids are up and they're, wanting to open all the presents. It wasn't that. And we took the kids on a cruise. That was kind of their big Christmas present. And then they got a few things under the tree, practical gifts, gift cards to restaurants, and my son to Top Golf. I got a nice little Bose speaker for surround sound, and my wife got a couple things, but we just really we're not really big on buying each other a lot of stuff for Christmas because they kind of do that all year round, but it's definitely different. So I would say if any of you guys are listening, you got young kids, enjoy these times because it goes by fast. And it's a different feeling. I think all of us were hanging around the house, and in the morning, it's like, man, what do we do? What do we do? Thank God there's football on. That's going to keep things busy because things are closed. There's no games for the kids to play. There's no bikes for me to build. Or the only thing I built was a new cat playhouse that I just got done with before coming on the show. But yeah, so let's see what we got in the chat. Yeah, hope we don't tank. Want to win. Feels good. It does feel good to win. Feels good to win. Didn't get enough of those good feelings. And I would say, looking back, you guys know me, man. I'm a positive person. I want to win every game. I want the Cowboys to get to the Super Bowl. But the way things kind of transpired early in the season, obviously with the Parsons trade and things, this was kind of a retool year. You get Pickens. The offense did their job. I got into some Twitter debates on if the offense did their job or didn't. The offense did their job. And the reason I say that, it's not the yards, it's not the points, it's not everything that they've done, because I know they've had stumbles, but the stumbles are caused by the lack of defense. I mean, you got to think about it. Look at these last few games. You got Minnesota with their quarterback, J.J. McCarthy, has career day. And then he goes against the Giants next week and he does nothing. The defense puts so much pressure on this offense to be perfect. They had to match them touchdown for touchdown. You fall behind, it changes everything you want to do on offense. You're no longer being that run dominant offense. Now you're trying to make plays, and then Dak's getting hit a lot because you had some offensive linemen out, so he's trying to do more than he needed to do. Where if you're playing with a lead, the offense it rolls different. And so that's why I'm not blaming zero. Understand what I said? Zero blame on the offense this season. 100%, or if you want to go 95% on the offense, 5% on special teams outside Aubrey, I can dig with that and I'll roll with it. But this defense has been a major problem, and we thought you could overcome it, right? We thought our offense was good enough to overcome it. I thought the offense was good enough to mask it, and maybe the defense would get better. Maybe when they got their trades and they brought in Quinn and Williams and you get Overshown back, all right, maybe they can get it together, and it just can't. I was wrong about Eberflus. I thought he would bring consistency as a defensive coordinator. He's always been, top 15, top 10. But if you look at his scheme and you look at the way the offenses are going now, and you look at the better defenses in the league, they run a lot of disguised blitzes, a lot of moving around to confuse the offense. And we just went with what we had and line them up and go. And that's just not going to get it done. So they're going to have to make another defensive coordinator move. It's going to be 4 in 4 years. And they're going to need to shake it up, and they're going to need the draft needs to be focused on the defense, 100% on the defense. I think this offense is fine. I think maybe you got to figure out what you're going to do at right tackle, move on from Steele, save that money, and maybe just sign a veteran. I would maybe just sign a stopgap veteran, or draft a guy, in the later rounds if you want to develop, if you don't believe in Nate Thomas. I think Guyton will be fine. Obviously injuries hurt him, but he was showing a step up from his rookie year. So I think he's going to be okay. Al Harris could be the guy. I mean, you look at what Chicago's secondary's done. Nashawn Wright should have been a Pro Bowler the way he played. And he had those guys, creating turnovers. I mean, he's been great in the secondary. He hasn't been a defensive coordinator yet. So you're kind of, you're rolling the dice, or do you go Rex Ryan? You can go Rex Ryan, and you got an experienced guy if you're looking for that. Or what I would do is I would go after someone on the Texans staff. I would go someone on one of the top defensive staffs, and I would just take one of their best coaches. And if you think the Bears defense was one of the best, then yeah, Al Harris. But I would go after someone like that, and I would try and promote them and get somebody in here and say, man, run that defense the way that you ran the Texans. And then you got to get the players. You got to get the players that fit it. I mean, one of the problems I think for our defensive coordinators, in a little bit of their defense, is you've changed over so much, and then you're getting players for that defense, and now you're changing defenses again. So you're trying to pick, fit a square peg in a round hole, and that could be a problem. But I think where I'll go back to the coaches is you coach to the talent that you have. You build a scheme around the talent that you have, and that's what they're supposed to do. But just a quick stop for a minute. April, Merry Christmas. Appreciate you being a member of the Cowboys Cave. Make sure you guys do hit that like, subscribe, share. Got to say that all the time. I saw someone laughing about that. That's what everyone has to do now. You're selling yourself. But we also, we had a great year in the cave, doubled our subscribers, almost we're right about 1 million views. So, I mean, we really grew the cave, and it's a testament to you guys. But one of the great things that grow in the cave is then it opens up for other opportunities for the channel. So now we have membership. So if you want to be a member to the Cowboys Cave, all you've got to do is there's a join button. It's like $4.99 a month or something like that. We're going to be doing some members only stuff. I did do a Christmas giveaway to two of the members. I gave them $25 NFL shop gift card. So I'm about giving back, man. So I tell you, if you're a member, you're going to get something in return. You're probably going to get something worth more than what the membership fee cost. But that's just kind of the way I am. I got so much stuff I got to thin out and get it going. But back to the Cowboys. I hope they get Pickens signed. I mean, I hope they get Pickens signed. Appreciate the love, man. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Get that win 100%. Hopefully we get Pickens signed. I know there was a little scuttlebutt and would you do it? And he had a couple shaky games, but dude, you got to sign him. He's a difference maker. And I think you got this offense locked up. I want to see really what I'm looking for today and next week. I just want to see who wants to be here, especially on defense. I mean, I need to see who wants to step up. There's going to be opportunity for players on this roster to get playing time, and it's what you do with that playing time. Are you going to maximize it, or are you just going to kind of roll over? Because I think that's what they need to see. That's why I'm all about winning. You got to win. If the Cowboys lose out, you've lost four games in a row, 5 games, whatever it is. That is just not a good springboard to 26. It really isn't. It's going to create just kind of a doom and gloom atmosphere. If Dallas wins, hey, you get to 500. You had some funky things go on with the season. It sucks. It's disappointing, but at least you say, you know what, this team didn't quit. They won their last 2. Let's fix the areas. Let's get Jerry Jones, who admitted that he's the problem. And I would say this, just kind of talking off the cuff a little bit, and Merry Christmas to you as well. I don't know. I watch a lot of documentaries, and they're doing a lot of sports ones, like Elway. I'm halfway through that one. Can't wait to see that. I'd recommend the Tampa Bay Buccaneers one. I'm in my last episode. Definitely finished strong. Tampa Bay is a family-run team with the Glaziers. I mean, I don't know how many siblings I think they're kind of 3 or 4. And then there's layers behind that because they're all getting interviewed and their last name's Glazier and they're co-owners. So many damn co-owners there. But that has to be one of the best run organizations that I've seen. And again, I live in Tampa, so I've always kind of, heard about them, but just looking at the documentary and how they're family run, but they have people put in place to make decisions. They make ultimate decisions. They made the ultimate decision on coaches that weren't popular. They went against the GM and fired Dungy. They went against the GM and fired another coach when Dominic was the GM. They made the hard decisions, but they also allowed their football people to make their decisions and to be kind of where the buck stops, right? And I look at them and the way they run their business, and I look at the Cowboys, and that's always been the problem, right? I think if you really look at it, the Joneses are great owners. I mean, it's a great. I don't know. I don't think you can ask for a better owner. The problem is when you get to the GM side, it's too many hands in the pot, and emotions can get the best of you. And I think that's where you see some of these contract negotiations getting dragged out. It gets emotional. I think you need to separate personal from business. I don't think it's ever going to change. So I'm just pointing it out, man. I'm watching the Bucks 50th anniversary. It's on Amazon Prime. It's like eight episodes. It's really good. But you look at the way that team is run, and you look at the Cowboys, because I was always one, can family businesses really do well in the NFL? They are the type of family business. When I'm talking family business, I'm talking multiple siblings and family generations in there, and they do it very well. And I was really impressed with that organization, that ownership. It made me a little jealous. And the funny thing was, if you in one of the episodes when they're getting Tom Brady, they're trying to figure out what quarterback is in the market and what they're going to get. And they had Drew Brees, they had Dak Prescott on there, because if you remember, that was kind of the time Prescott was on 1 year, franchise tags and this and that. But they had Prescott right at the top, and then Brady obviously came along. So it's a good series. I think they did another one on a different team. It's funny they don't do anything about the Eagles. I'm only kidding. But I know they have the Chiefs one, but there was another team that they were doing as well. So anyway, I digress. Merry Christmas to all you guys. Let me see. I would like you to get back to me about the question about April and her being here. I don't even know what you're talking about. Uh, I don't get involved in any personal business. Probably shouldn't even posted that, but I'm trying to be interactive. None of my business. Don't care. Uh, Most of you guys, I do enjoy it, hanging with you. But unfortunately, like 99% of you, I'll never see face to face. I only see you through the show, interacting on Twitter. I don't get involved in personal business. So if it's Miss Jackson, go either figure it out with someone else, but not with me. I don't care. But back to the Cowboys. What I want to see. I'd love to see Williams back. I don't know if they're going to do that. I don't know if they're going to do that with with the salary cap, and if Williams is going to want a lot of money, but Javonte Williams was just exactly what this offense needed. Physical runner, hard runner, coming off the injury. I mean, great locker room guy. And he said it's not about the money. So maybe it is, maybe it's not. I don't know. I think for running backs, it's got to be about the money because your shelf life is so short. So I would not hate on him if he just looked for the best deal and went with it. Hopefully the Dallas Cowboys give him a good deal. I think there's monetary value that's given outside when you're a Dallas Cowboy. I think there's appearances. I think there's so many things that come with being a Dallas Cowboy. You see the alumni, you see him doing signings all over the place. So you see players that played with multiple teams. Maybe they played 1 year with the Cowboy, and they're always a picture on ESPN with them as the Cowboys. So that is the monetary value that you can get with being a Dallas Cowboy. I am thinking if the Cowboys played in Germany, I would definitely go. My wife and I actually are planning possibly a trip to England next year. I've never really left outside this country except for work when I was working in Costa Rica and working in the Caribbean for my job. But yeah, I haven't been outside the country. So been to Mexico, obviously been to Canada, but nowhere in Europe. I haven't been anywhere over the seas, over the pond, whatever you guys want to call it. But yeah. But the other thing I wanted to talk about is my Miami Hurricanes. Now, I know some of you guys gave me a little grief and you say the Canes ain't going to get it done. The Canes got it done, and absolutely beautiful performance by Fletcher, a running back. He could have ran for 300. Wasn't crazy about the play calling. I know Tony's our best guy. Wanted to get him. They forced him to get him involved. You got to kind of let that go. But to go in A&M, and I was at an A&M game when Miami played there a few years ago, that is a tough place to play. That is a loud 110,000 seat stadium. Those fans are raucous. They go crazy. They got all the chants and all that stuff they do. It was a tough place to play. So I'm proud of my Canes, and it showed you. And really, what the Cowboys. This always comes back to the Cowboys is dominating the line of scrimmage on both sides. That's where the game was won. I mean, it was a great defensive battle. You had 30-mile-an-hour winds, so couldn't really throw the ball well. Obviously, neither team could kick the ball very well. It was just old school football, but dominating the line of scrimmage. The Canes went out and did that. I love Reuben Bain and the rest of that. The D line. They got a lot of guys in A&M were talking crap, say, "Oh, we're going to handle them. They got nothing for us," and they just dominated it. So I loved that with my Canes. Now they're playing Ohio State. So we're gonna have a Canes show next week before the game, getting some of my Cane heavy hitters on the show. But I don't like Ohio State. Never liked them. Really hate them a lot. And I know they're saying all you Canes fans gotta get over it. That Fiesta Bowl, I'll never get over that because that was the worst call I've ever seen, and it cost Miami back-to-back national titles. And I think it kind of stunted their opportunity to really make that long run with national championships. So I don't like Ohio State. Ohio State's talking noise. It's at AT&T. I wish I had more time because I would love to go down there and be part of that game. They opened up as good, pretty big favorites. I love that too. Love being the underdog. They haven't faced a defense like us. And I always say, Ohio State, who did you play and who did you dominate? They played Texas, didn't dominate them. They played Michigan, didn't dominate them. They played Indiana and lost. So they beat up on a bunch of scrub teams. Let's just be honest. That's pretty much what they've done. So I got to see. Ohio State's got talent, so I'm not cutting them short, but I got to see it. I got to see it against our defensive line. I got to see it against our offensive line. I want to see them stop our running game because they couldn't stop Indiana, and they had trouble stopping the run against good running backs all year. So I am ready to get this thing going. My plans have changed for New Year's Eve, staying at the house, watching the Canes. It's going to be great. It's going to be great, man. No, you aren't going to like them even more on New Year's Eve. Yeah, I'm probably not, because we're going to whoop their ass. I'll probably I'll feel pity for them. But yes, that does, it haunts us. I hate that. So Hurricanes D is getting super hyped up, but OSU's D is pretty good. No, it is good. It is good. Like I said, they got a lot of talent. But I haven't seen them do anything. Give me a signature performance where they dominated a team, good ranked team. Give me something where they beat a good ranked team and it was great. It was a great game. And they haven't. Now, maybe it's not their fault. The schedule is what it is. But I haven't seen it. And they got a freshman quarterback. And Miami's defense, it's going to be the best defensive line they faced. I mean, that's it. And our secondary is good. Now, they got some great receivers. They got Smith, who's, born and raised down in South Florida. He's going to want to stick it to Miami. He wants to show off to his family down in Miami, of course. But yeah, I'm taking the points. The spread went down to 7. It's opened at 9.5. It went down to 7. But yeah, I wish I could bet on them because I can't. I just don't want to jinx it. But it's going to be good. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be two Titans. I'm not expecting Miami to go out and blow them out or anything like that, but I'm not going to sit here and say I don't expect Miami to win. I expect Miami to win. They got a veteran quarterback who's played in the big games. He's been there, done that. The running game, I mean, Fletcher, he's good, but we got a stable. I mean, there's 2 other ones behind them that they didn't even really need to get going. So our receivers, obviously with Tony, I mean, we've got Daniels. We've got tight end. I mean, we got the skill. Miami never had an issue with skill. The defense is the X factor. And what we've got with the defensive line, with the linebackers, with our secondary, I mean, and our defensive coordinator, it shows you, this is, again, I'll all come back to the Cowboys. Our defense, for the most part, is the same as it was last year for the Hurricanes. The core guys are pretty much the same. They got a new coordinator. New coordinator changed, simplified, but changed the scheme to fit the players' talent. And it's like night and day. If they had this defense last year, Miami would probably be coming off a national championship easily because their offense was just unstoppable at that point. So that's again, can the Cowboys flip the script and change their defense overnight? Sure they can. You got to get a guy in here that is going to make the changes needed, but is also going to take his scheme, but fit it with the players that he has. I mean, you kind of see where Diggs is kind of at a falling out. It's unfortunate. I wanted the best for Diggs. I think he's a good player, but maybe it's probably best for both parties to kind of get a fresh start somewhere. I don't know, but it's definitely weird. But yeah. I'm feeling it, man. Beck, and they were giving Beck crap about the A&M game. I mean, they shortened the game. The passes, there weren't really many deep passes, but he didn't turn the ball over, and his completion percentage was high. It just was a 30-mile-an-hour wind gust. It just wasn't a good day to throw the football. Neither team did, but he protected the football. He didn't turn it over. He had one fumble. Thankfully, we recovered it, but it was he played sound football. I think now they're going to be in AT&T. They're going to be in a dome. They're going to be on turf. There's a lot of speed on Miami side, a lot of speed on Ohio State. I know that. So I think it's going to be a much different game than obviously you saw with A&M. I think you're going to see a lot more points put up. I don't think it'll be huge because I think our defense will be able to contain them, and I think their defense will slow us down as well. So it's going to be a good game, man. I'm excited for it. I'm just happy that my Canes did good because the Cowboys shit the bed, that at least I'm playing meaningful football. I'm watching meaningful football into January. So that's it. Toughest defense we've faced. Are you talking about McCain's? I would say Notre Dame, solid. Obviously, Texas A&M. Those would be probably the two biggest ones. I think Florida, their defense, we played them early. You remember, they were also the team that slapped around Texas and pretty much shut them down. We beat the hell out of them. So, those are probably the best defenses. But I think A&M was a good defense. It was a good defense. So we'll see. But like I said, Ohio State, not battle tested. Miami's a little bit more battle tested, I would say. So we'll see how it is. But, like you say, you got to play the game. I love that 28-24 Canes. That's what I would see. I think it's going to be that kind of game. I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be one of those games that it's going to come down. If turnovers happen, that can just change the momentum, and you end up getting, a swell of points can happen on either side. So I think protecting the ball in these games are key, just like in the playoffs. Usually who wins a turnover battle usually ends up winning the football game. So we'll see. Indiana, Ohio State, Texas Tech have the best defense this year. I mean, we can agree to disagree. Indiana, I don't believe in Indiana. I think Indiana loses against who are they playing? Who's Indiana playing? Is that Alabama? I think it's Alabama. I don't think Indiana gets past this round. So I'll be doing my show. If I'm wrong, you can call it. Texas Tech, very good defense. Got nothing against them. I'm not going to say a bad thing about their defense. They're solid. Are they better than us? I don't know. Defensively, I don't know. I don't know if they are. They're good. I mean, we got guys. I mean, we got two guys that are probably going the first round on the defensive line. You got Scott, who's just I believe he's a freshman. He's unbelievable. If you watch the game, you saw the big plays he made. Our secondary's tight. I mean, we're loaded. But the main difference is we're loaded. We're loaded on our offensive line. So that's what I'm saying. Dominating the line of scrimmages, that's what we could do. We have first rounders on the offensive line. So our line in the trenches, Miami, I don't know on both sides of the ball. I don't know anyone who's better inside the trenches on both sides of the ball. There's some that are better on one, some better on the other. But if you say who's best in the trenches on both sides, I'll take it. What's up, Ultra? Merry Christmas. Hopefully you're doing well. Ready to wind down the season, but it's college football. It's college football. But like I said, I just wanted to come on here. I've been off. I've been on my cruise. Been getting things going, kind of separated from football. I was very upset at this cruise ship. As you watched my video, probably they didn't even have the game on. They had no college games on. They had the NFL games on. That who cares? They had a college playoff. We had to watch it from our iPad, so really wasn't happy about that. But we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Yeah, no, they did, and that's why I don't know how good that quarterback is. I don't know how good that Ohio State quarterback is. He's a freshman. He's probably got talent, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. They're strong on the back end. I'll take Miami's defensive line over Ohio State. And the beauty is they're going to play each other. So we're going to find out. We're going to find out what defensive line is better. I think it's Miami. And I think our offensive line is better too. And I think Miami is going to run the ball all over Ohio State. So we will see. We signed up for Netflix. What are we watching here? What are you watching? Stranger Things? Is that why you re-signed up? Get Netflix to get Stranger Things? I don't watch that, but my wife, my daughter, I guess everyone in the world watches that except me. But watch The Elway if you're going to be on Netflix. I watched half of it. I'm going to finish the other half today, but definitely check that out. But hey, we'll get back to everything after, the holidays and everything get through, but we're going to do a live college playoff show. So definitely welcome you guys to be a part of it. I've just got to figure out the day that we're doing it. The Cowboys game. Oh yeah. See, I got a different service. I don't need Netflix to watch the game. So, but, like I said, we're going to do a college show, maybe Monday night, might do it Monday night, or even Sunday morning. We're going to figure it out. I just got to reach out to a couple of McCains that see if they want to do it. We'll see. Which college team could hang if they had to play a season this is the thing I would say on that. I don't think any college team can compete with a professional team. None. And, you know, that old Miami Hurricane team of 2000, 2001, you were loaded. So, but there's a huge difference between the NFL players and the college players. And you just think about it. It's like the NFL rosters are pretty much made up with the premier players from college football. And you take Miami, you take Ohio State, take any team, you know, Alabama, you're getting 5 or 6 guys that get drafted, maybe 10 if you're a really good team. You know, NFL roster is loaded with every one of those kind of guys. And I think a lot of people, it's always fun to kind of make those comparisons and could they do it and take the Titans, who are one of the worst teams, and then look at, and it's the same thing with quarterback. It's like, who's the worst quarterback in the NFL today? Well, go throw some passes with him in college, or go, you know, you can see how he does, and he's going to dominate. I mean, he's still one of the 30 best quarterbacks in the world. So yeah. So I don't know. The greatest college. Hopefully, you're talking about the Canes. That was the greatest college team of all time. That would be the only one. That was a team that, I don't know the exact record, but if they didn't score a touchdown all year, I think they would have been like 8-4. I think it was some weird stat where if they took away every offensive touchdown that they scored, they still would have been. And that's crazy. That's crazy. So that's how good that team was. But even that team going up against an NFL team, you know, you think about the players now and you're like, oh, well, Reggie Wayne and Santana Moss and Andre Johnson. But Andre Johnson was a freshman. So you got to think them then, not them now. Right. That's the difference. If you were to say, hey, that Canes team at their peak in the NFL, they would have been probably would have been fighting for a Super Bowl. So, but yeah. So anyway. Yeah, I don't know, man. My man Ultra, he loves the Blue Oyster. It does, and that song gets in your head, but he talks about the Blue Oyster a lot. I don't know. I'm worried about you, Ultra. I've been worried about you. You next thing you know, you're gonna be wearing that Navy outfit, and you'll be singing YMCA and in the Navy. I don't know. I worry about you, Ultra, but I'm glad you're back. I'm glad everything got fixed on YouTube. But hey, guys, I just wanted to roll in just real quick. I wanted to say Merry Christmas if you guys are catching the show live. If you're not, Merry Christmas if you're catching it later. Take the opportunity, if you could, hit that like, thumbs up down on the bottom, down below the screen. Hit that subscribe if you're new. We have so many new subscribers. We have so many new people that watch the channel that just don't hit subscribe. And I'm guilty of that too. I sit there, I'd say like 80% of some of the views are non-subscribers. And I'm like, man, I do the same thing. I watch videos, love it, and then I forget to hit the subscribe. So I'm guilty of that. So I'm just going to say, don't do what I do. Hit that subscribe. We're going to have a lot of live shows. We're getting back to some of the interviews. We'll be doing a lot of draft. Unfortunately, a lot of mock draft. It's already that time, a little earlier than I wanted. White helmets, Navy jersey. Change it up, man. I love it. White pants. I think it's going to be, I want to see how it is on the TV. I think it's going to be good. So we will see what happens, man. But yeah, that's all we got to look forward to, right? What uniform combinations are they going to do? But all kidding aside, I want to see how this team plays. I want to win, and we're going to see what happens. But much love to all of you guys on everyone on the Cowboys Cave. Just going to extend that. Between my man K9, Jimmy Dee, Greg, obviously Jeff's been part of the show. Anyone who's been part of the show, part of the channel, wish you all, you guys, a Merry Christmas. Enjoy the time with the family. Have a safe New Year. We'll be doing a live show before the New Year's. We're gonna look at the college football, because I think that's going to be a great weekend. Big games, 4 big games. So we're going to check it out, but definitely appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day. Watch some Cowboys. Hopefully the Cowboys give us something to feel good about. We need it. It's been a while now. Not liking it. Need to get these boys together, man. Give me a win today. I'll see you guys. Merry Christmas. See you.
Give me somebody that's hungry. I need somebody.